Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are around the world. One thing I want to remind you, of course, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another great video of the 32 team and 32 days series by the Hockey Nation Live Show with the host, the hockey coach guru, Coach Frenchy. Today, we're going to talk about the Calgary Flames. Don't go nowhere. Here we go. First of all, before we start, we invite you, don't forget please to subscribe to the Hockey Nation Live Show on the YouTube channel and Facebook page. If you enjoyed this video, we will appreciate if you can click on the likes and finally leave your comments. Tell us about what you think about the Calgary Flame, not only for the projection of this upcoming season, but also their future with many other prospects they have and their farm club. So let's talk about the Calgary Flame. First of all, the projected cap hit is $82 million, $635,000. Yes, they are over the cap salary at that moment, over $1,100,000. But at that moment also, they have 26 players on the roster of the 23. So they're going to be fine about the salary cap when they're going to start the season, drop the 26 at 23 players. The record of the last 5 seasons in NHL in 2016-17 in 82 games, they got 94 points. They finished 7th in their division in the conference, and they lost the first round. 17-18, they got 84 points. They finished 5th in their division. They was out of the playoff. And 2018-2019, this is 3 years ago. They have an amazing, great year, guys. They finished 107 points in 82 games. They was first in the division, but unfortunately they lost in the first round. 2019 and 20 during the COVID situation, they played only 70 games. They have 79 points. Third in their division, lost a first round. And last season they got 55 points and 56 games. They was out of the playoff, finished 5th behind the Montreal Canadiens. Here's the review of the last 5 seasons. Up and down, one great year, one bad year. Secondly, they never go over the first round in the playoff, losing 3 times. So that's something that the Calgary Flames have to get better. If you think about the players are out from their lineup compared for last season, Domingue, the goaltender, is out. Giordano is out last during expansion draft. Levo, Nestorov, Rinaldo, Derek Ryan, Robinson, and Simon are out at the lineup. What they bring in, they signed the UFA Coleman. They trade Pitlick for the Seattle Kraken. They got also Trevor Lewis, Brad Richardson from the Nashville Predators as a UFA. Zadorov, that's trade with the Chicago Blackhawks. They signed also UFA Gav Bredson, and they got for the Boston Bruins the goaltender rookie Vladar. Their roster forward at that moment, we are making this video. We have Tkachuk, Kudrow, Monahan, Backlund, Langholm, Lucic, Coleman, Dubé, mentioned Penny, Pitlick, Ritchie, Lewis, Richardson, and Froze. They are all the forward. And defense, they have Anderson, Anifin, Zadorov, Valimanki, Danev, Godbranson, Stone, and Callendon. And finally, goaltender Max Strom and Vladar. The 32 years older in their roster is Milan Lucic, Michael Backlund, and also Brad Richardson. The younger player they have at 23 younger, Matthew Tkachuk, Dylan Dubé, and Jussi Valimanki. Their staff at that moment, it's Brad Treliving. He is over like 7 years now with the Flames. Darryl Sutter got hired as the head coach interim at the middle of the season last year. And So he's going to have a full time right now with the team. They got also a veteran assistant coach, Ryan Oscar, and they just hired Captain Kirk Muller, as another assistant coach. Their stat last season in NHL on power play 18.3, 21 overall, PK 80.2, 15 overall. The goals for 155, 20 overall. A goal again 160, 16 overall. That give you an idea just by the stat. It's a team right now are below of average in NHL, about 20. That's the reason they didn't make the playoff. Maybe some problem happening with also the performance of some players. I like Sean Monahan. We can talk a little bit later about the situation with the Flames. The second thing I want to talk to you guys is about the lines and everything, what is coming and the future or the projection of the upcoming season for the Calgary Flames. First of all, let's talk about their line. And again, when I make those lines, it's not exactly what they're going to be. It just give you an idea. First of all, the first line, Tkachuk, Lindholm, Goudreau. They have also now the new players, Coleman with them, with Monahan and Mangiapane. I put Dubé with Backlam and Ritchie, Lucic, Richardson, Lewis, and we have as two extra players, Pitlick and Froze. For the defenseman, Anifin with Anderson. We have Tanev with Valimaki. Now, I don't know the number of Zadarav with Gov Branson, and we have backup defenseman, Kellington. Goaltender, of course, Max Strom and Vladar. That was the formation for the upcoming season for the line for Darryl Sutter, the head coach. Their draft pick, guys, they are really difficult to bring a great prospect inside the roster and NHL in the last at least 5 years. You have to go all the way to 16 to realize that year they cut now Matthew Tkachuk and Dubé. But after that, Valimaki is an extra one in 2017, but nothing in 18, nothing in 19, nothing in 20 and 21, of course. But in 19, the only player you have is Jacob Peltier. And 2018, guys, they don't have first, second, and third round pick. 2020, the best right now, first round is Zari. And then, of course, they just draft Coronato. I'm not talking about the second, third round pick. I'm going to show to you the next couple minutes all the prospect they have right now in their organization. Like I mentioned, no player in NHL in the last 4 draft pick. The trade bay, they talk a lot about maybe some players that could be trade. It's Johnny Goudreau and Sean Monahan, and of course, prospect and pick. For Matthew Tkachuk, we heard at some point he want to leave. Every time that, I'm not really sure the foundation or how this is really true. So at that moment, I'm not sure about the situation with Matthew Tkachuk. What they are missing, to be honest with you, I believe me, it's an extra top 9 forward. I think this, if they can add someone better at Ritchie or what you can see the bottom six, that would be great if you can have a better player there. Their market maybe is Jake DeBrusque. Tarasenko could be a long shot over there. Can they get for Jack Eichel? That's another situation they could, but a starter cap could be a problem. But that's what I'm thinking at that moment. Again, I think the biggest thing they should see what they have to have a better year. It's all about the Sean Monahan. In the last 2 seasons, he struggled with injuries. The prediction for the upcoming season, guy, for me is they're going to finish 4th in their division, and they are barely make the wild card as the inside the conference. I put them at 8. I could be a little bit wrong, but overall, I don't see off I'm going to be. I would say to you guys, +3 or -3 about the point. I gave them 94 points as a wild card again, like I said earlier. What is going on now behind the depth of the prospect for the Calgary Flames? Of course, they just got Matthew Coronato. Is right now the number 1. He has an amazing, great year with the Chicago Steel and the USHL. He was drafted overall 13th by the Calgary Flames this year. He's skating above average, puck skill average, hockey sense average, compete above average, shot above average. Look, guys, I'm not going to give you all the information about each prospect. You can stop the video, you can read, but I give you an idea. Those information are coming usually by Chris Bronkman of the Atlantic. I follow him a lot. He have a great sense of define and give a good information about prospects. So I just sharing all information he did right a couple of days ago. The second player is Connor Zary for the Kamloops and the WHL. The third and fourth is Jacob Pelletier, left wing, play in the QM for the Val-d'Or. Number 4 is an NHL now, Vinny Menke, left defenseman. Number 5 and 6, we have Adam Rosiska, Stockton for the American Hockey League, a big guy, 6'4". Then we have Matthias Emilio Peterson, Stockton, also in American Hockey League as a center. And then we have Cameron Whitnott, Halifax QM, draft 89 and 2021 this year. And then finally, the goaltender, Dustin Wolf, play a couple of years now in the WHL in Everett. I can see Dustin Wolf have a permanently a job in NHL as a goaltender number 2. It reminds me a lot of Giro Zaraus for the Nashville Predator. Finally, other prospect, maybe they will have a chance to make the NHL guy, is William Strogreen, Jeremy Poirier, Martin Pospisil, Cole Atkin, Ryan Francis, Emil Heineman, and finally, Rory Cairns. The situation with the Calgary Flames, look, like I mentioned, it's all depends how Sean Monahan is going to be reestablished after his surgery for his hip. Will be interesting how he can become what the Flame expect from him. He did a great couple of years prior to the last 2 years as with the Flames. But again, they have to be sure Matthew Tkachuk, Johnny Gaudreau. And remember, they got a UFA Danev and Max Strom 2 years ago with a high expectation where that team did not reach last season. So it'll be really interesting what is coming for them for the upcoming season for the Calgary Flame and the West Division. Again, before we leave, we invite you, don't forget to subscribe to the Hockey National Show and Facebook page. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, click on the like, leave your comments about what you think about the Calgary Flame. But before we leave, we want to remind you, of course, you have greatness inside of you. Have an amazing, great, blessing day, everybody. I look forward for another 32 team and a 32 days series from the Hockey Nation Live Show. Bonne journée, mes amis. On se reparle plus tard pour une autre vidéo avec l'entraîneur Coach Frenchy.